everybody loves God. Just because I'm a transgender doesn't mean I hate God, I'm in love with Satan, whatever. No, darling, you are the Judas. You are the Judas.
Closer to each other so that okay, greetings everyone, welcome to my channel. Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Ladies problem.
Yeah,
I know.
okay, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I have a special guest here to me today. I invited you to my channel because I wanted to speak about how is it like to be transgender in South Africa. I received an email last week Friday. It was Friday, yeah, just 2 days. Today's Tuesday, so it's like 3 days ago, and this email made me think a lot on how people from outside of the country are very interested in the kind of life we live and how is it like to be transgender in South Africa, especially being in a country where we are held back by the society and the culture and all of those kind of things, you know. Speaking about, you know, Xhosa culture, I mentioned that on my channel where I was talking about initiation school. You know, a lot of people were so interested, you know, to find out really, you know, what's more, like what do you guys face more, like just being South Africa on its own, what do you guys face? And also guys, if you are new to my channel, you can actually just go ahead and click that subscribe button below, and also to turn on those notifications to receive any notifications from the video that I may post every week, or wherever that I can, when I can post, you will receive the notification. So yeah, let's begin. We're having like beverages here, we're just gonna chill and we're gonna talk about things, and also introduce yourself, darling.
Hey guys, this is your favorite cousin, Didi.
She's your cousin, by the way. So
AKA what pimp, I mean, like, oh,
yeah, I understand. And please guys, do comment if you would like to see her again on my channel. I will do that. I'll do anything for you guys. You're very special. So yeah.
And I'll also do anything for you guys.
Oh yes, you see? Okay,
so
yourself.
Like I said guys, I'm your favorite cousin. So just call me cousin.
Yes.
So speaking about transgender guys, it's very hard being a transgender in South Africa, girl.
True that.
It's very hard being a transgender in South Africa because we face a lot of things, and like,
do they know that you're transgender? You need to tell them that you're transgender.
Oh, and guys, I'm also a trans. I'm a T girl.
Yes, TG girl.
Yes. So guys, like sometimes like we experience things like differently because we don't speak same Venek. We come from different cultures, like the Xhosa, Zulu, you name them. I'm Bedi, then which means I'm from Limpopo. Then in Limpopo, like we do not have so many transgender. Like we still have those like villages where they don't even know what a transgender is, because in South Africa we don't have those movies where like we portray transgender, like we don't have those many movies where we portray transgender, where people they can see how to treat us, what to say, because people they still misconcept us. They don't know where to say, whether to say he, him, or she, or whatsoever. Like you rock up in a place and looking like this, but the person will still say he. Like
you'd
be like what the fuck? What's going on?
Like, you understand?
Yeah.
So just to start off this video, my cousin, I feel like I need to, you know, sit like that. Just to start off, you know, what does it mean to be transgender to you in your own terms?
Like guys,
if someone doesn't know what we're talking about, what can you tell them?
Like guys, in my own term, like being a transgender is being trapped in your own body. Because for instance, myself, like I grew up, like since I was born, I grew up playing with girls. Like even if I was a sportish person, I would play soccer, but that wasn't my thing. Because I was forced to at school, actually at primary, because you don't have the power. But each and everybody who's around you can see what kind of a person you are. Then I feel like being a transgender like is being trapped in your wrong body. Then for some, like they realize, like for Catholic Jenner, like she realized when she was
like very old.
Yeah, for me, like from the get-go I knew that I was a girl. So whether it treats whoever who it treats, like that's none of my business. Like I know myself, and I hope you know yourselves too.
Yes. So you are touching based on a very interesting point, but I feel like it's a topic for another day. And Caitlyn Jenner, it's a topic for another day. So how were your parents? How did your parents receive the news, or your family?
Okay, guys. With me, like I've had so many transgender being like I had to come out. I came out. This is my story when I came out. Like I never came out. Like as a parent, like you should know what kind of a person I am, what kind of a daughter you have, what kind of a son you have, what kind of a child you have. So for me, like they knew what kind of a person I was, even though like they would touch those things like, no, you don't have to wear lipstick, you don't have to paint your nails, you don't have to do, but they would see what kind of a person I am. So my family, some of them would mock me about it, some would make jokes, but for me, like I made it. Like I had like to set boundaries at an early age. Like they could see, like if ever like somebody was like, yeah, but like it's a or go and play. Like
I experienced those situations as well. I was like, and I had a fight with my grandfather. He was always like, what kind of a boy like go and play with the other boys and like go and cattle cows or whatsoever, go and fetch cows in the mountain or whatsoever. And I was like, no, and we used to fight a lot of
even for me to like, I would set boundaries like I don't like this. I don't, and I would fight back, and everybody would see that I was getting very defensive. If ever somebody would say boy, like my mood would change. Me too. Like my face, like each and everything like would shut down, my world would shut down, and I'll like in a defensive mode, like each and everybody will be like, why are you being defensive? Like they haven't noticed by the time like I was like, no, I don't want you to call me boy, like hey bafan, hey what
I hated
like
that. I would swear even. I would insult them. I was like, don't.
So like for my family, girl, for my family, like
it was never something that was confronted.
I never confronted them. Like they just saw what kind of a person I am. Then when I asked money for her, they would give me. And when I asked something, they would do it. Even though like they would give me money for hair, but I didn't do this kind of a hair. Like I'll do small lines, like you know, slowly but surely. Then again, like there is that part where like you feel like these clothes aren't for me. Like even if like for me, even if a trouser was a boy trouser, I would make it look feminine. Like down there, like I'll fold it. Like here, I will have to crop something. Like I have to make those clothes feminine. Like it's hard being raised in a black family. Actually, it's very hard because I even saw people from overseas. Black family, like they're just trouble. Black family, like they're not supportive like white people, like they can see I saw this documentary about this other woman. She saw her daughter from an early age that this one was a transgender. I mean right now
I watched those documentaries.
Like right now, like her daughter she's even I think 21 right now. She started transitioning at an early age.
Like 9, and people always blame their parents. how can your child know these kind of things? And the question the questions that I ask those people, it's like, when did you know that you're a girl or a boy? Why is it different for someone to know that they're different? Their gender identity is different from the normal, gender.
And again,
expectations.
For the Christianity, darling, like,
wow.
If ever you want to prove you're saint, you know where to go, darling. You just have to go to church and prove you're saint. Do not come to me telling me, oh, you're creating a sin. While you're also creating a sin, the Bible says, do not judge. You are judging me and you're telling me that I'm doing a sin. How can you tell me that I'm doing a sin while you're busy judging me that I'm doing a sin?
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, a wrong and a wrong will never make a right.
Yeah. So going back to the topic now, being transgender in South Africa.
Yeah.
Let's first talk about culture. Whereas we are held back by our cultures. Like, I was raised in the Eastern Cape. My grandfather wanted me to go Entabeni, and we were raised in those communities where and I like the fact that now my grandmother understands everything. The last time when I went to the Eastern Cape, she asked me, where's your boyfriend? I want to see your boyfriend. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
That was so nice to actually.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, I understand. And people always, speak for those people from the villages. No, they don't really know. Well, where I came from, they saw me, and before I even came here in Joburg, I was a female. I was actually in the right body to actually live my own truth. It wasn't like a shock to them. And when I went back there, it was like they were so happy to see me. They were so happy to see me that I'm actually making a progress in life, that I'm happy. And even when even when I'm actually being aired on television, they are the first people to call me as we saw on TV. They are the first people to actually repost, the post. It's so nice. And I feel like we need to create that environment for them. Or, okay, how do I do this? How do I call you? Like, they need to have that courage or that freedom of asking you questions. And I feel like questions, they don't make it less of what it is when someone is going to be like, okay, teach me, I don't know this. And I feel like as a society, we still have a long way to go, and it's our responsibility to teach people, okay, this is who I am. Doesn't matter if they are from the villages. I mean, like, I'm coming from the villages, dusty rural areas, and people accepted me for who I am. So it's not for an excuse. And it's so fun because sometimes when you come to the cities, people are more close-minded. That's what you really find. So,
and sometimes when you look back at it, like, you find them funny.
Yeah.
When your grandfather was like, hey, John, like, you just remember, like,
and it's so funny. It's really funny.
Like, and sometimes, like, I think our parents, like, they play a huge role in society, because if as a parent you don't accept me, like, how do you expect your neighbor to accept me?
Yes,
you see that? Because if ever, like, as a mother or as my father, you accept me, and the neighbors can see that my father is very overprotective about me, about my well-being, like, nobody, like, will jump into my head. Nobody, because I felt like this, like, even here when I came, I'm also from Limpopo, like, I was schooling there, then after I finished my matric here, but I came here when I was doing grade 10. So at school here in Johannesburg, my auntie will fight for me. Like, at school, like, my principal was doing this, some of the teachers will like bang Osha outside, like, my auntie will come and fight. And we even threatened the school, like, it was a huge drama. But the school ended up accepting me. The teachers, like, started, like, trying to know, like they wanted to learn more, like, how do I feel, when did I start feeling like this, like, and like, imagine your teacher even asking you, like, so do you have a boyfriend and stuff? And I was like, no, because it's very shy. How can you tell a teacher that you have a boyfriend?
I remember when I was actually doing patients, they are the ones who support me when I used to go and attend Miss Transgender. Like, my principal and my accountant teacher would actually say, good luck, all the camera just cutted us off. So as we were saying, the people at our school, they accepted us,
and again, like friends. Like if ever like you are my friend, or you do have a friend and you are a transgender, whether you are a cis or a transgender, we all go through the same shit.
Yeah,
we do. And as a transgender, try not to be a victim. Try not to let somebody feel pity for you, like to be like, oh, just because I'm a trans I can't get a job because they're gonna look at me like, oh, I'm crazy and stuff. And I also like feel like that because each and everywhere I go, like they see a woman and I feel like, oh, there's this thing, like this part of me, like it feels like tell them so that like they know who they're dealing with. You know, like this is what we're going through on a daily basis.
And let's speak about the employment in South Africa when it comes to like being trans. Do you really find that are we really experiencing the freedom that we're supposed to experience? Do you feel like
nope,
no,
we are not? Because right now I had to cut what is this, correctional service. I was supposed to go to correctional service training, but my ID says male, so I had to go and run with the males. Can you imagine being like this?
Like imagine
like being like this. You see, so I had to cut it, like, cause I knew like I was going to be a laughing stock, cause I would be running and people would be like they will be looking at me as if I'm crazy. Cause an interview, like you don't go like face to face with the person, like you have to run. They will give you time of arrival. You'll have to run, you'll have to do push-ups, you'll have to do this, and I'll be like I'm not going there. Like imagine, like we do not have that freedom. And for us, like there are some transgender, like you can pick like from the street, like this one, like they have that features, like
who do not pass. Yeah,
like they do have the features, like features doesn't make you any less woman, because we do have women with facial hair, we do have women with chest hair, like everybody has their own different body parts or type or whatsoever, you name it. But I felt like we do not have a freedom in South Africa when it comes to employment parts, because even when I went to SABC to, like, the receptionist was very, very, very rude. I don't know.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I don't know if ever she spotted that I was a transgender or what, but she was like, and what's surprising is that the guy was very friendly. The guy was like, hello, what do you want? And I was like, no, I want an internship stuff. I studied advertising and integrated communication practice and stuff. And the woman was like, we don't do that. Now the guy was like, how? Baby girl, this is the number, you have to call there, then you call the HR, they will give you everything that you want, or they'll give you all the details, information. Then I did exactly the same thing that the guy has told me. I went to the phone, called, they gave me the right answer.
So, sorry to cut you. Ultimately, where do you see the South African transgender community from now to 20 years now? Even like the generation, to wrap things up.
I feel it's very hard to tell, because right now I don't see changing any improvement. It's hard to tell, but actually, like, I think there will be change, and a huge change, because I see daily theater, they're talking about transgenders. I see expression on daily theater. You were there. I saw espresso or expression, something like that. Yeah, expression. They were speaking about transgender. I saw checkpoint. They're speaking about. I feel like if ever you don't want to be educated, then you're just being ignorant.
Yeah.
You're just being
ignorant.
Because
there is information there if you want to.
There is information, but I feel like people are paying too much attention to movies. Like there should be more movies, like than like the time One Dealer on Generation was transitioning. Like everybody was like was paying attention, because people like they are glued to their TVs.
Yeah.
So if ever like we like this become more regular and regular on television, like people will understand us, will accept us more.
Yeah, that's how it is. So last few words, what do you want to say to someone who's actually questioning their gender identity and they don't even know if they are transgender or whatsoever, or someone who's actually at the starting point of their transition or discovering who they are? What's your message to that person who's actually watching right now?
Babe, stop questioning yourself. You know yourself. You know yourself. Like deep down in yourself, you do know yourself. Ne? Never question yourself. And if ever you feel like you need support to be who you are, no, you do not need support. No matter, a support plays a huge role, but you do not need support. You need your support. You need to support yourself first. If ever you can support yourself first, then people will support you. Stop playing the victim, guys. Stop playing the victim. If ever like somebody comes to you and tries to manipulate you with this Bible thing, and you know what, everybody loves God. Just because I'm a transgender doesn't mean I hate God, I'm in love with Satan, whatever. No, darling, you are the Judas. You are the Judas. You know, like you were not judging, but like you're the Judas. Like we transgender, we are angels. We are angels, darling. We are angels. And guys, love yourself. Respect yourself, and never. This message for transgenders: never ever sleep with the guy in exchange of money. Because like in our society, like in the LGBTQI, like most of the transgenders, like they would pay guys like for sex. Even I also have groups on. I saw groups on Facebook. Guys will be like, I'm renting my whatsoever. I'm renting my this. Like I'll be like, and girls like will be commenting like, hey, come to my place, come. I'll be like, damn.
So you say they must have worth in themselves.
Yeah, like know your worth.
Yeah.
Like if ever you respect yourself, then they will respect you too.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's for today. Comment on the section below and tell me what you think, and probably I will actually reply, and let's keep the conversation going. And thank you so much for being with us today. I love you so much.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, darling. So yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on my next one.
Champagne, darling, champagne. Done.
Yeah.